Hi everyone, Janie Bennett here from Gem Auras. Welcome to our channel. This is the channel that's dedicated to talking about topics such as crystal healing, angel therapy, the law of attraction and vibrational living. But have you ever thought how to make a gemstone elixir? What is a gemstone elixir? And if I make one and if I use one every day, can it actually improve my overall well-being? Can it improve my emotional well-being? Can it improve my psychological well-being? And how about my spiritual well-being? Well, at Gem Auras, we say yes, it can help you with all of those things. So stay tuned. We're going to teach you how to make a gemstone elixir in 4 easy steps. So here we are, welcome to my kitchen where I am ready to show you how to make a gemstone elixir. It is super easy. All you need to do is grab hold of your jar that you are going to use. Now this is the direct method, and the idea is that you directly drink the water that has the gemstones soaked in them. Just be mindful though that not all gemstones are created equally and some are actually toxic. So make sure you do your research before you choose your gemstones. I've chosen rose quartz. I know these are safe. And first thing to do is just to pop your gemstones inside the glass jar. Don't forget, you do need a jar that does have a lid. Very important. So there we go. So step number 1, of course, choose your gemstones. Step number 2 is to choose your water. Of course, spring water is better, but for me, I find it better for me to use Mother Nature. So I actually do like to collect rainwater and actually use rainwater. So that's step number 2. Grab your water and then just fill up your jar with your water. As you can see, I'm using quite a large jar. That's about, that will hold about 2 litres. Pop your lid on. Now for me, this is about a 3-day process because the first thing I like to do is to grab hold of 6 pointers. Now these are clear quartz. So if you're not familiar with clear quartz is what I would call, what everyone calls actually, the master healer, if you like. It really does amplify energy, whatever it points its attention to. So I use 6 and I'm going to place them around my jar here. So that's the 3rd step for me. I like to make sure that I am charging the energies of the rose quartz by amplifying it with clear quartz. Whilst I'm doing it as well, I always say an intention or a prayer. And if you want to, this is the time to add anything extra that you would like to within those 6 points. For example, I like to put my belief sign in there too, and maybe an angel as well. Again, it's all intention based, so make sure when you are making your elixirs, you are feeling calm, and you are, because whatever your energy you put out, you're going to be putting inside your water. So make sure you're feeling in the right frame of mind, in other words, before you do that. So that's the 3rd stage. The next stage is to take this outside, and that's why it's important to have a lid. Now, if you are doing this around the full moon, that's fantastic. You can leave it under that beautiful moonlight. And while you're saying it again, say something like, I welcome Mother Moon to infuse her beautiful energy within my rose quartz. Now, if you're not doing it around the full moon, maybe you just want to leave it out in the sunlight for a few hours, then that's fine too. So you're actually charging your water with those energies of the sunshine as well. Either way, or both, leave it out there for a couple of days. Very simple to do. Now bring the water in if you've left it there for a day or 2, and then it's easy to remove your gemstones. And then you're ready, of course, to ingest your water. So just grab yourself a jug or maybe a couple of glasses, pop it in the fridge, and there you have it. Beautiful, refreshing water, charged with the energies of your gemstones. So that is the direct method. So let's talk about the indirect method. This is the method that I always use for two reasons. Firstly, as I mentioned before, not all gemstones are created equally, and some can be quite toxic if you are ingesting them. So I always like to use this method, then I haven't got to worry which gemstone that I'm using, whether they're toxic or not. So what you're going to need is a large jar like we had before for the direct method, but you're also going to be needing a small jar as well. So the first thing you need to do, choose your gemstones. Again, I'm going to be using rose quartz, the stone of love. Pop those stones into the smaller jar to start with. Now, another reason why I do like doing the indirect method as well, I like to add some extra bits and pieces that are so close to my heart. For example, I love my lotus flowers. For me, it symbolizes love, it symbolizes energy, it symbolizes peace. So I like to pop that inside the jar as well. So there we go. Then grab your larger jar and then place that inside. So that's step number one. Step number two, get your water ready. Again, for me, I like to use rainwater, but it's up to you. If you'd like to use spring water, go ahead and use that. And then just pour the water all the way around. As I mentioned, this is about a 2-litre capacity. So that's going to last me the day, as we should be drinking, as you know, 2 litres a day. Pop your lid on. Then, here's the quartz. I like to use 6 pointed clear quartz, and I'm going to pop those around my large jar. And as I did in the direct method, I do like to add my extra bits and pieces in there as well. So this is all about infusing this particular water with love. Therefore, I've added the angels. Now, if you wanted to maybe manifest, you wanted to use maybe citrine or green aventurine, any lucky stones, instead of putting angels, you might actually then want to write a message, maybe your intentions or anything like that. Again, it's always down to you and how you feel guided to do this. So like we did in the other method, just leave this here for one day. I like to make sure that I have my intention set while I'm doing it. Let that sit overnight, and then I like to take it outside, charge it in either the sunlight or of course the moon. So it's exactly the same as we did with the direct method. It's just that the indirect method, the stones are sat in a jar, within a jar, and you haven't got to worry about any toxicity of any of the gemstones. Then, after you've left it in either the sunlight or the moonlight, bring it in. Of course, take out your inner jar, and then you can pour your water back maybe into your jug, and then you can place that in the fridge and then enjoy that throughout the day. Easy, 4 easy methods on how to make a gemstone elixir that you can drink throughout the day. So there we go. It is so easy to make gemstone elixirs, either the direct method or of course the indirect method as well. So why not try it today and see if it does make any positive impact on your physical, your emotional and your spiritual well-being as well. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any.